Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another video here from the beautiful city of Ohrid, right on the shores of Lake Ohrid. Today we are going to be going on a food tour. This city has a lot of delicious food, a lot of local traditional Macedonian food that I'm really excited to show you guys. And I know we've eaten here a little bit in the previous video, but of course I want to do a more sort of in-depth food tour of the city. So without further ado, we're currently in the old town, but we're walking a little bit north to a market, and that place is supposed to have some pretty good food. So let's go ahead and check out what food is like here in the city of Ohrid in Macedonia. For breakfast today, we've come to a place known as BUREK Melissa. The market is actually right over here, so we're pretty near the market, and they've got some pretty insane bread. First off, the size! What is this? I thought like I ordered 2 portions accidentally, but no, this is 1 portion of BUREK, and it is insanely massive. I mean, that is like size of my face. BUREK. That is incredible. That's just way too big for 1 breakfast portion. Did not expect this. Now, I got BUREK with meat, and the people here are so friendly. It's literally run by a family, and the little girl is the one that actually waits. She'll be like, "What do you want?" And her English is very good, but it looks delicious. So this is meat BUREK. You can see it is so crispy and charred on the outside, which looks perfect. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off a piece. Wow. This looks incredible. Okay, without further ado, gotta go ahead and try out my first BUREK here in Ohrid. Let's go for it. I'm starting to realize something, especially after the BUREK that I had in Skopje. I feel like BUREKs in Macedonia are lighter, fluffier, and less oily. This BUREK is not that oily at all. I mean, compared to other BUREKs I've had in Kosovo, in Albania, I love the salt. It's got that umami salty flavor. It's not actually added extra salt. It's like saltiness that comes from the meat that's been cooked inside the BUREK dough for such a long time. Outside is very, very crispy, but the inside is fluffy. It's fluffy and airy. I don't know what it is about BUREK here in Macedonia, but maybe they're like a healthier version? I don't know. They're not that oily, they're not that greasy, but delicious nonetheless. Best part, total price of this big portion of BUREK, 80 dinar. Extremely affordable. That is like $1.50. Right here at the market, this is where locals come to get BUREK, and I absolutely understand why, because this is delicious. Alright, for lunch today we've come to a place. This is known as Macedonia Sofia. It is like a little traditional restaurant that's located right on the main road here in Ohrid. And the reason I came here is because there's one thing that I've wanted to try here in Macedonia. MOUSSAKA. Now, if you think about MOUSSAKA, you're like, wait, that's a Greek dish. I mean, they had it in Turkey too. But MOUSSAKA in Macedonia is different. And I'll tell you why. It's because they use potatoes. They use potatoes, they don't use eggplant, they don't use those other things that you have in other countries. Here in Macedonia, it's potato moussaka, which is a very, very traditional thing. Now, it's come here in this like little like clay, whew, that is hot. It comes here like a little clay little pot thing, and you can see the potatoes are there, like right on the top layer. You have some potatoes. It looks delicious, and let me just tell you, it smells even better. It literally smells incredible. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put my fork inside, and I'm gonna try out moussaka. You can literally see there are layers of potatoes inside there. It looks delicious. I mean, it honestly looks delicious. Okay, I am salivating as I look at this moussaka. It looks delicious. I haven't had a moussaka in a very long time, so without further ado, let's go ahead and try out my first Macedonian moussaka. I think I just burned my mouth. That is way too hot. Oh my goodness. But that might be some of the best moussaka I've ever had. You've got these little pieces of egg, potato, rice, and meat they're just all cooked down until they are soft and tender and literally just melting together, just sort of congealed together. I love the flavor. It's salty, it's umami. You've got little pieces of meat, the egg. It's like the slippery, smooth egg that just coats everything. It brings like the perfect sort of smoothness to it. The potatoes, they're not crispy, but they are super cooked down and soft, and they literally just crumble in your mouth once you bite in. Oh, you gotta beware because that is hot. I didn't realize that was so hot. It's literally burning the back of my throat right now. I just love the combination of the eggs, the rice, the potatoes, and the meat. Together, the flavors are incredible. It's simple. It's really simple home-cooked food. But when you have it all in a combination and you baked it, you've literally baked it together to that point, that is delicious. Wow. I mean, I wanted to try moussaka here in Macedonia, and I have to say, if you're in Macedonia, Macedonian moussaka is something you have to try. The flavor here is just incredible. And you can see there's even a little bit of red, a little bit of spice that's just sort of sprinkled in. Macedonians love to put their chili, they love to add a little bit of flavor, and there's no doubt that that is here in the moussaka as well. Just beware, it's really hot when it comes out, so just be a little bit careful. But other than that, delicious. The sun has set here in Ohrid, and now I am hungry. We have not eaten really that much today, so I am hungry. Let us go ahead and get started with some dinner here in the city. So without further ado, let's get some food. Alright, first stop of the day for dinner, we've come to a place known as Adana Kebab, restaurant Adana Kebab. They serve kebabs, and that's what they're really famous for, but they also have some cooked food, and we're gonna get kebabs actually from another store later, but this looks incredible. First off, when he brought the plate up, it smells amazing. It smells like rosemary, it smells like sweet vegetables, it smells like meatballs, and it smells like really delicious rice. I cannot explain to you how fragrant it is. The rosemary, the herbs that they put in, it almost feels like an Italian sort of meatball sauce, but it looks incredible. First off, I'm just going to go ahead and dive into the meatballs. Here they actually call it köfte, and that is the Turkish influence sort of playing a role in the food here in Macedonia. And I love to see how the Turkish influence, as we've gone farther south here in Eastern Europe, the Turkish influence has gotten stronger and stronger. So that is always interesting to see the historical variations affecting the foods of different places. But let's go ahead, meatball, let's try it out. That is delicious. First off, they've got mushrooms in the sauce. The mushrooms provide this nice spongy texture. I've never seen people actually put like mushrooms, tomatoes, and carrots inside a meatball sauce. The meatball, nice, bouncy, very tender, very juicy. The sauce is incredible. That is delicious, and it's like the perfect, it's quite oily. I love the oiliness of it though, because you've got a lot of herbs and sort of flavor from the vegetables. The oil is purely, I don't think they added extra oil, I think the oil is purely from the meat itself, releasing this oil as it's been cooked down. You can really tell the meat absorbs the actual sauce. The meat is not like a brown meatball. It is red because it's absorbed all that sauce on the outside. That is incredible. Okay, let's go ahead and try out the rice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of the sauce and put it on top of the rice because this looks exceptional. Let's go ahead and try it out. Oh, that is heaven right there. The rosemary flavor is so strongly scented in an amazing good way. Like, let's get that straight. It's not a bad scent. It is an incredible scent. The rice, nice, soft, and fluffy. And once you put the actual sauce on top of the rice, it's heavenly. That is honestly like you've entered another dimension. For me, what shocks me is how good that meatball is. The meatball is just cooked inside that sauce. It just absorbs all that flavor, and it becomes the most tender and yet the most flavorful meatball I think you can have out there. The vegetables, the mushrooms, which was a major surprise to me. I mean, usually you think just tomato sauce and that's it, but mushrooms, carrots, all those things inside the sauce add tremendously to the meatball flavor and the meatball sauce that just coats the entire plate. Well, next stop of the day, we've come to a place known as Kebab Silinka Vkusno. It's literally right next to the place we were at, and this place. Let's just say I waited half an hour for one table, and everybody in line is a local. There are no foreigners, there are no tourists. It's literally locals. Locals come in, they have like a big gathering, families come here. Like, this is the place if you're Macedonian to eat in Ohrid. So I have a good feeling. Now, they're literally grilling it up right over there, but I got kebab. Let's go ahead and start out with our kebabs. I'm just gonna go ahead and bite right into one of them. They look really juicy and they look freshly grilled, so let's go ahead and try it out. Oh, that is incredible. It is very, very meaty, very, very bouncy. I think that might be actually one of the bounciest kebabs that I've ever had. It's very juicy, char grilled right on the outside. It is beautifully char grilled, very, very crispy. The flavor, that's what you're really looking for. You're feeling like the fiery smoke grilled flavor that's like infused essentially deep inside the kebab. That is amazing. All right, now obviously there give me some bread. One thing I have to say is the bread is not hot. It's pretty cold, so that's fairly disappointing. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, put some kebab in here. I'm gonna put some of the onions as well because I love onions. And what I'm gonna do is we have some chili here. Of course they have chili here in Macedonia. I'm gonna pour just some of the chili right on top of it just to give it that little bit of spice and flavor. Finally, kebabs here in Ohrid. Let's go ahead and try it out. Only local Macedonian here, but wait a second. That chili is incredible. That is one of the spiciest chilies I've had here, not even in Macedonia, in all of Eastern Europe. That is incredible. The bread, it's dry. It is like the Sahara dry. But that is okay because the chili just kicked the Sahara out, replaced it with some juicy kebabs that literally leak juice into the bread, and some crispy, very, very crispy and very fresh onions right in the middle of it. That is incredible. The chili, that is really what brings it together. I never expected the chili to be that spicy. I mean, I've had chili, I've had a lot of chili all across Eastern Europe, but this chili, it is so spicy that it hits you right in the back of your throat. Like, it shows no mercy at all whatsoever. I don't even know, like, you can tell it's a very dark, deep color. It's not like just a very simple red color, which makes it amazing to put on top of the kebabs. Wow, that is incredible. And total price of this, by the way, for like, you know, at least 10 kebabs. 10 kebabs, it's a great portion. 200 dinar. I'm sorry, but I didn't get that price in Skopje. I don't even get that price anywhere in Macedonia. The price for the value and the quality you're getting is out of this world incredible. Put in some bread, put in some chili, and you might have the best place to have food here in Ohrid. Oh, that place is insane. I mean, even right now, it's like 10 p.m. There are still people lining up to get a seat to eat there. I mean, the line is insane and the food is just amazing. I think the big draw for a lot of people is the price. The price is so extremely affordable. It is one of the best prices that you're gonna find in Macedonia, and for the portions they give, that's the thing. 10 pieces for 200. You couldn't even find that in a lot of the local areas in Skopje. But here in Ohrid, it's just an amazing, bustling place with some great food and some great people. So definitely go check them out when you're here in Ohrid. All right, I haven't eaten anything sweet today. I do need some dessert in me, so let's go see if we can get something sweet to end off the night. All right, well, for dessert, obviously, gotta find a traditional local little bakery. We are just on the main street here. There's a place called Slatkarnika Jagoda, and they serve some sweets, and I got some traditional sweets. I got TRILECE, but I also got the INDIJANKE. if you remember when I was in Skopje, I also got this traditional dessert that I haven't found anywhere else but Macedonia. So this is a traditional Macedonian dessert, as Macedonian as it gets. But of course, first off, lemonade. I need some cold lemonade here on a hot day in Ohrid. So go ahead and try it out. Oh, wow. I feel like they might have put some elderflower in this because it is incredibly flowery and sweet to it. Oh, that is amazing. I need to take another drink of that. Yeah, fairly certain they put elderflower or something in there because that is amazing. That is one of the floweriest, sweetest lemonades I've ever had. Okay, without further ado, TRILECE. I need some TRILECE, so let's go ahead and dig right in. Oh, this looks so good. I think that's a little bit more creamy. I feel like the cake itself has been submerged in the milk for such a long time. It's almost turned into this like slushy, creamy sort of thing. Not really cake and milk, but it's sort of really mixed together. I prefer it if it's a little bit separate. I can still taste the cake sort of melting into the milk. Here, it doesn't really taste like cake anymore. It tastes literally like cream, like a starched up milk, which is basically what cream is. But nonetheless, still really good. Let's try the INDIJANKE. I love INDIJANKE. It's one of my favorite things I've had here in Macedonia. Let's go ahead and give this a try. This fluffy cake in Macedonia. Oh. The reason I love INDIJANKE is because there's like this fluffy dough, and then inside they've got cream, and outside they've got, so it's like cream, fluffy dough, and it is one of the most amazing combinations you can get here in Macedonia. I mean, INDIJANKE is just so airy, so fluffy, and here they do it perfectly. Very fluffy, very airy, delicious. Not a big fan of the TRILECE, huge fan of the INDIJANKE and the lemonade. I don't know what they did to this lemonade, but it is like the elixir of life. Let me just get that straight. But some of the best things here. Of course, INDIJANKE, that's the traditional Macedonian thing. If you're here in Macedonia and you don't get INDIJANKE, then you've completely missed out on the traditional desserts in this country. So when you're here, whether it's Ohrid or Skopje, that is the dessert you've got to try. Well, that was a delicious dessert and a great way to end off the night. Total for that dessert plus the lemonade, I actually got 2 lemonades, so that is why it was up to 200, but still nonetheless delicious food. What a great day it's been in Ohrid. I mean, from the morning BUREK to the MOUSSAKA. Oh, that MOUSSAKA was incredible. To the desserts we've just had, the kebabs, the meatballs. I feel like everything has just been amazing. The food in Macedonia, it might actually be some of my favorite food in all of Eastern Europe. Out of this whole series, out of this whole trip, the food here in Macedonia might actually be my favorite, and for good reason. I mean, the quality of ingredients is incredible. The cooking techniques combine, techniques from Greece, from Eastern Europe, from the rest of this region. So it's incredible how well done the flavors are in this country. And of course the chili on everything, that chili on the kebab was incredible. So when it comes to food here in Ohrid, I have to say absolute thumbs up. It is delicious. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more food and travel videos. We've got a few more videos coming here from Eastern Europe, so I'm excited to show you guys that, but make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. It's been a great food day, so I'm just really happy. Alright, bye guys, see you on the next one.